What's up, you guys? And we are currently at the Pilot Travel Center in Dallas. Alright, yeah, this guy's taking the trash out. I was just concerned about this guy because he just got in his truck and I wasn't sure what he was planning to do. Oops. Hey, let me get my screen recorder on for you guys. I'm getting do not disturb too, and so I don't get any unwanted phone calls while I'm trying to do this. Alright. So, alright, here's the layout of the lot here we're in. Those of you guys who are Werner drivers, if anybody drives for them, probably recognize this place pretty well. Notice there's a Werner terminal right here off this same exit, just a couple blocks from here. Alright, a couple ways to get out of here. I'm gonna offer using this street over here just on the other side of us. That way I can have a traffic light I can get back out onto Lancaster Road with, or Lancaster Avenue, whatever you call it, I don't know. But I believe there's a traffic light over here at this intersection back here. The street that I can't go that way. Some bitch. No through truck. So it says right turn now. Should be able to make the left here. Because there's that sign right there. Yeah, and there's a light right there that I want. Yeah, I knew that I didn't want to go this way here. Because for obvious reasons, there's residential there. I was just looking for an intersection with a light though. Either this one or I was going to have to go north a couple of blocks on that same street I was just on there. And kind of cross back over and hit from there. I just didn't want to deal with the street I came in on because there are trucks parked on that street. And alright, so we're going to head north, get back over to Interstate 20. So what are we doing today? We're going, or tonight, whatever. We're going to be making a delivery to the Walmart distribution center in Terrell. I know some of you guys who are from the area might call it Terrell. I call it Terrell. We're getting into kind of some arguments on linguistic rules and stuff, I guess. I don't know. I'm not even really sure which is technically accurate on that. I actually did some reading up on it, but now we'll talk about that in a minute there. But just as a reminder, if you're, if you're new to my channel, I always include bookmarks in the video description. That way, if you want to skip past any part of the video that does not interest you, you can. Or if you want to skip ahead to part of the video that is more of interest to you, whatever the case might be, or both. That option is available to you. Alright, this guy's got it. I was gonna say, you got your turn signal on. So don't fucking tease me there. Yeah, it looks like we're clear. It's like had his right turn signal on, made me think he was gonna make the right turn to go over to Pilot or something, and he looked like he was kicking out so far out into the street like he was going to go straight or something. But yeah, I think he was just doing a button-up turn, trying to stay clear. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I got a 2:15 a.m. appointment here at Walmart, D.C. I'm kind of glad I ended up stopping because I ended up doing a split, I would say. Really like a 5.5 hour break at Pilot in Weatherford, which is west of Fort Worth, to burn off time. Alright, But anyway, yeah, I could have gotten reefer fuel there before leaving, but I chose not to. And it might not be a bad thing that I did that, because I ended up realizing I was on my way here, because I had it in my mind I had to be at the customer at 2 a.m. Or, well, by 2 a.m., which means I want to be there at the guard shack at 1. But on my way here, I'm like, wait a minute, no, I have a 2:15 appointment, not a 2 o'clock, so I have an extra 15 minutes before I can even show up. So I ended up, yeah, that's a good option there. Stop there at the pilot, burn off some extra minutes there, and top off my reefer tank so I'm ready for the next load after I'm done delivering, which I do have a pre-plan we'll talk about at the end of this video. Right now, as you see here, we're going by the Flying J and TA Bonnie View Road, and then just short distance past here is Interstate 45. We're a little bit less than 30 miles away from the customer. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk your ear off for half an hour. Well, maybe I will with the on property stuff at Walmart too, but there will be some high-speed stuff in here, or should be at least. I don't expect to be talking that long between here and there. I do have a couple of things I do want to talk about, though. Address a couple of comments that were posted to previous videos recently. I'm going to start with one that was asked several days ago by the Peterbilt driver. Now, the Peterbilt driver, he watches my channel regularly, and they have some questions about JCT. Wants to know some things like what's the freight like, how are what kind of fuel discounts and stuff we have, and things like that. Dude, you're gonna fucking cut me off. You're a fucking idiot, stupid. I knew he was going to do that because I saw his turn signal on. I heard him hitting his accelerator. Ah, shit. Come on, slide over, dude. You gonna slide over? No, you can't. And he's got his high beams on top of that. Hey, he's found in the number 3 lane. How about turning them high beams off? Alright, he's moving over to be nice. Tommy's. Hey, Tommy's, you know you got your high beams on? Alright. Okay, so let's get to those questions there, or comments, whatever. Alright, so to answer that question, let's get with the fuel part first. That's a very common one. Now JCT, we have both lease ops and company drivers. We used to be a lease op only company. We actually used to have company drivers for a while back, like about 10 years ago. They did away with them. And then, for a while it was lease operators only, or owner ops. And then it went to just a year or two ago, they brought company drivers back. I think it was because of the California Assembly Bill 5, or AB 5 thing that became an issue, and national... What am I colliding with? I don't know. Can you figure it out? I don't see anything for me to collide with. A freaking rut in the bridge? I don't know. God, how stupid these things are. Alright, anyway. So, yeah, we have lease ops and company drivers. I believe on the company driver's side it is 60 cents a mile for solo drivers and 65 a mile for teams, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I think that's what I heard, though. And Yeah, because I'm not a company driver. I don't get paid at their rates, and I don't know. I think they have a scale based on how much tenure you have as well, but I forget. On the lease op side, we get paid $1.20 per mile on the for solos, or $1.25 for teams, plus FSC. Now, speaking of FSC, I just had an argument with a driver in one of the other Facebook groups. There's a Facebook, a JCT Friends group, I think is what it's called. It's actually ran by an Australian guy, if I recall. There was a guy in there who asked about if JCT pays 100% of FSC. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? It's, you know, so at first I was thinking, well, what, you think that FSC is supposed to cover all of the fuel costs or something? And so I kind of went on along that line at first. And it's like, it's not meant to pay 100% of the fuel. It's only meant to offset the cost of fuel. And he goes, that's not what I'm talking about. I want to know if it's if they pay 100% of the fuel surcharge. I'm like, okay, I see where you're going with this, but this is also a misinformed individual, apparently, because they're under the impression there is a national FSC rate. No, there is not a national FSC rate. Some people might think there is, but I can show you on the EIA.gov website, right there in plain English writing, no, there is not a national FSC rate. Every carrier and every customer makes their own agreement on what FSC rate is used. Now, FSC rate is always calculated the same way. Subtract whatever the target price per gallon is that the carrier sets, which could be, let me slide over because I need to stay on I-20. Now, right here at this split, it's we need to stay left. Alright, anyway, yeah, you subtract the target cost per gallon, and then whatever that result is, divided by a target miles per gallon. Now, national rates, if you will, is set by, a lot of carriers might use, let's say, $1.20 per gallon or something. Somewhere in that ballpark. So so the national average right now is $3.79 a gallon. So you subtract $1.20 from that, that gives you $2.59, and then divide that by a target mile per gallon. I think the one that most drivers or most owner ops, who drive who fly solo, I think they use 6.5 miles per gallon. Because remember, a lot of these guys are driving long nose Pete's and KWs and stuff that only get maybe 5 or 6 miles a gallon at best, usually. So you end up getting a higher fuel surcharge amount, but as far as the customer is concerned, they don't give a shit where how you're accounting for it. For the most part, they only care about how much is it cost, how much are you going to charge them to haul their freight. How you account for it, like how much of it goes into your fuel surcharge consideration, or your maintenance, or how much goes to the driver, or other operating costs, that's on you. It's on you, the driver, or the company, whoever has the authority to operate, in a sense that. So, anyway, JCT's FSC rate is based on $1.30 per gallon. So subtract $1.30 from the national average, and then divide that by 7 miles per gallon. That's what our fuel surcharge is. So that guy who posted in that group, he tried to argue with me and thought I was an idiot. I'm like, dude, you're so ignorant. You don't even know how ignorant you are. I even pulled up the EIA.gov website and showed him right there in plain English what it actually says right there on the website. You can see for yourself here. And and he still wanted to argue with me. So I kind of went a little nuclear on him and told him, look, okay, so if I really have to dumb it down for people with double-digit IQs, I already gave you the clear answer, no, earlier. So if I have to do it again here, the answer is no. you know, if you want, because all you wanted was a simple answer to a simple question, but it's what you get from people with double-digit IQs. Sorry. You're not going to get along with me too well if you got a double-digit IQ. Usually don't. I mean, some people, anyway, let's get back to Peterbilt driver's questions, though. Damn. These bumps sometimes turn off my thing. All right. Fuel discounts at JCT if you're a lease op. You get 15 cent per gallon rebates if you get your fuel at Pilot, Flying J, or Love's locations. However, I highly recommend use the EFS WEX card control app and shop around for what the best prices are, because even with that 15 cent per gallon rebate factored in, a lot of times it's not good enough. A lot of times you can get fuel at other locations that are that beats the the total price you end up paying even with the rebate factored in. So in fact, today I bought fuel at Cool Quick or whatever the hell that place was called over in Midland, Texas, because it was a much better price than any 1.9 Pilot, Flying J, Love's, whatever location there was. Now 1.9 we don't get fuel rebates, but regular Flying J, Pilot, and Love's locations we do get the rebate. Alright, so if you have a third-party fuel card or something like Nastic or Mudflap or something, absolutely go ahead and use it. You won't always get the best prices available by having it, but a lot of times you will get better prices through that. But the way fuel stations they oscillate with their fuel prices here and there, it's don't get so fixated on, oh, this place always has the best prices. No, they don't. They might have the best price this week, and then the very next week you might find that their prices went up more, and then somebody else's went down, and now someone else has a better price or something. But there are certain places that do tend to have the better prices, at least be more competitive at the very least. But every time I get fuel, when I get about half a tank left of fuel, I go on my WEX card control app and look around what's available between here and where I think I can reach on what fuel I have left, and whatever the best price is along the way is usually what I tend to go with, or in the ballpark. Not always the best price, but something along that line. Alright, so that should cover the fuel discount program. Now, if you do get the rebate, it's not an instant at the instant off price. It ends up going onto your EFS card into your Smart Funds account on your EFS card. Then you can use your EFS card as like either an ATM or actually as a debit card. I think other people do. Me personally, I just wait for the balance to get up to, say, $1,000, and then I'll transfer it all over to my investment account and call it good. Alright, as far as freight, generally we do keep busy. We usually don't have any problems with keeping occupied with freight as long as you have your PTA set properly. Watch that last video. You'll get a good education on what a PTA is and what it means to a trucker and to a dispatcher and a planner as well. And we'll get on that one in a second as well. But generally, I don't have any problems at all keeping busy, keeping moving, running a good at least 3,000 miles every week, as long as I stay in the normal freight lanes. If I get out of a certain area, like I had a delivery in Memphis, Tennessee once, and we don't do Memphis area, and there's not much for us out over there for reloads. So I think this lane's ending here. Alright, so get this zoomed in for you as well. So I'm not used to, we don't have much outbound freight out of that area, and I ended up having to sit a longer time there because it was a weekend, and it was a weak freight market for us. I thought I would end up reloading in Russellville, Arkansas or something. I ended up getting deadheaded all the way down to Brownsville, Alabama for my reload out of there. Up in the Northeast, we don't do much either. We're up there, but it's not much out there. I've gone up to Maine, New York City, Syracuse, New York, northwest there, a little bit northwest of Philadelphia. We have a couple of customers out there. Not very much in Pennsylvania as a whole, but we're there. But our bread and butter freight lane is between California and I'll say the Midwest. Anywhere, generally along at least for solo drivers. Anywhere near the I-35 corridor, between I-10 and I-70, I would say generally is where we tend to run, and west of I-35. Our team trucks, they do a lot of California to Florida. We have a lot of loads that come out of Florida as well. Coca-Cola, Florida natural growers or citrus, whatever you call it, and stuff. If you look at my channel, just search for Florida or hashtag Florida. You get some ideas on some of the places I've been to in Florida myself. Now, mind you, I don't go to Florida as much personally as a good number of JCT drivers do. I don't live in that part of the country, and they know I live in Southern Cal, and they love to keep me routed in that direction. And there's plenty of freight over there, so and going to and from Cali. So I'm not complaining. I like the variety. I like the randomness. So, but other people might want a little bit more set routine. Sometimes we do get asked if we have like day cab, local routes or something, and I'll say yes and no. On that, we don't really have day cab trucks at all, but we do have drivers who are local, I guess I would say, but they drive sleeper cabs, and sometimes they do end up sleeping in their trucks, but more, they tend to usually just work out of our drop yards, and, they're home a lot, so maybe they'll do one, like San Bernardino. We have a bunch of about 10 or so drivers who work out of our San Bernardino yard, and they might take loads up to let's say Northern Cal or something, go deliver it, sleep in their truck on that shift or at the end of that shift, and then they'll pick up a reload and bring it back to the drop yard on the next shift, and and then go home for their next break. So and then the only people who work at our drop yards are guys who've been with JCT, usually guys who've been with JCT for at least a few years, who have a good reputation with the company. So they don't just let any Tom, Dick, or Harry come to the company and do day cab work or local work out of our yards. So I hope that helps on that. Peterbilt driver, I don't know if you had any other questions you want me to answer. Please do feel free to ask some more if you have other questions you'd like to get addressed, because I'm sure if you have questions, sure other people might be interested. JCT might have the same questions that they'd like to get answers to as well, or maybe that they don't realize they want to hear answers to. Alright, so on the freight part, that's a good way to segue into what another comment that was just posted by Redneck Trucker, a fellow JCT driver, or current or former, I can't remember. I think former, but I can't remember. Anyway, so on my PTA issue video, whatever, it did say that ultimately the PTA screw up thing on there was, it's my fault. Yes and no. I'm going to have to agree and disagree on that. Point well taken there, though. So, in one respect, I had sent a message while I was sitting in the dock door in Riverside delivering a load. Hey, I'll be ready to reload as soon as I'm empty. So it should have been, all that was necessary, and the DM should have, whoever it was who handled it, should have put that Friday's date, the 2nd, and we'll just say 10 a.m. because I had a 7 a.m. delivery. They usually said that if you say immediately after delivery, usually it's about 3 hours after your appointment time, somewhere around there. So I'll say I disagree in the sense that I sent the correct information in, but somebody screwed up and put June 5th instead of June 2nd. Why? I don't know. Someone had a dyslexic moment or something, I don't know. Whatever the case, the part where he's right is there should have been a red flag when I didn't get a pre-plan at all, either on Friday or on Saturday. And it's like, what the hell is going on here? Why am I not getting any pre-plan? I should have been calling, like even sending a message, hey, can you please verify what my PTA is set at? Or maybe even get in touch with the planner, and I have his phone number. He and I have a really good rapport with each other, the weekend planner. And maybe I should have told him, hey, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm not getting any pre-plans, and I'm available. But my PTA was set wrong, so he didn't know that I was available. So yeah, I should have taken responsibility, like realizing there was something not right when I should have been getting a pre-plan, even if it was something I picked up the following day. Should have been something at least, but there was nothing. And yeah, it should have been a red flag to me, but I didn't take, I didn't do enough due diligence to double check that the PTA was set correctly on that. So, all right, that covers that. I've done enough talking here. I didn't realize it's this far in. I'm gonna go ahead and high speed what little I can here. You see on the map I'm coming pretty close. Alright guys, we're going to be getting off here at exit 498. It's Interstate 20, exit 498, Farm Road 148. Can't miss it, it's right by where I-20 and US 80 meet up. I've got this Buc-ee's right here, so you know you're in the right spot here if you see this Buc-ee's. Alright, so you see I'm going to be making a left turn here to go north on 148. We're going to go right underneath I-20 and over US 80 over here. Yeah, I think it's over 180, over US 80. Now there'll be a 19 truck stop over here on the left after we get on the other side of 80. We're going to make a left turn onto the street right there. You see on the map there as well where we're at. Now, see how the lines go to that you see it now. I've got a couple routes if you're coming in from the west. I prefer to take I-20 over to the exit I use, but maybe you also want to take, maybe if you're coming from our drop yard or up along I-40 or whatever, and maybe taking, I don't know, Highway 114 or 183 or I-635 or something. One of those around. Alright, we got US 80 coming up on the other side of this light, and you can see the 19 over here, Exxon, on the other side. But anyway, yeah, if you go through downtown Dallas, basically, take I-30 across and get on US 80 and come in, and there's another exit actually right before the Walmart. You can get off there and cross over, and then you just make 2 right turns right there, and the Walmart's right there. Alright, it is 1:21 in the morning now, so it ended up working out great there with the time I killed over at Pilot. I don't come to this Walmart very frequently. Like I mentioned in that last video, we don't do a lot of Terrell deliveries. We have them, but we don't do a ton of them. It's not a heavy freight lane for us. Like I mentioned in the other video, Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, Ochalata, Oklahoma, Toma, Wisconsin, Harrisonville, Missouri, Oberlin, Missouri. Those are all much more common places for us to go. And then Grandview, Washington. So ironically, hear some more about that one a little bit later. We're just going to come straight down the road here, though, all the way down toward the end, and then we'll be making a left turn into the truck entrance to the Walmart. Get this map moved over for you. Now, in case you're wondering, this is a load of assorted produce, meat produce, combo, whatever. Generally produce that I picked up in Colton, California. You guys who watch me regularly know we do a ton, and I mean a ton of pickups at the Walmart DC in Colton on a daily basis. I don't know if it's still the case now, but I heard a rumor a long time ago that we did something around 90 loads per day out of that Walmart DC, something like that. I don't know if it's true, but it doesn't surprise me, because I can go there anytime and usually see at least half a dozen other JCTs there at the same time as me. I'll come here and I'll say I'll be surprised if I see another JCT here. Maybe I will, but I don't expect that I will. Looks like we got a couple of can't tell. Oh no, these guys are all. No, it's a long line trying to get through that guard shack. Or they're all, yeah, I think they're all part. Yeah, they're all trying to get in. Some of these guys up there are parked, but yeah, a good number of those guys are just in line trying to get past the guard shack. So you're burning some time there. Alright guys, we got looks like for about 8 trucks in line in front of us, so it's going to take a bit. It is 1:25. Let's see how long it takes for me to get past the guard shack. Alright guys, we're finally checked in here. It's 0150 local now, so it took about 25 minutes to get from the end of the driveway to here and done. I don't know, for 8 trucks, that's what, about 3 minutes or so per truck. Alright, I do have a dock door assignment. It'll be 3:27. We're gonna make the first left right here. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been here, so yeah, but it's, I mean, like most Walmarts, you just dock in, dolly down, disconnect, chock your tires, and pull forward and all that kind of stuff, and go check in at the office. Just the arrangement here is a little bit different. I know that Prime driver just came over here because she forgot her wallet in the guard shack. Now I tend to do a U-turn style setup here because all the dock doors are going to be over here on the right side. This is 500 row. Yeah, I do tend to throw people off because most people who drive OTR don't do U-turn style setups. I'm very well versed at it. There's plenty of room here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here, so I'm out of the way of anybody you don't need to be in the way of. Get my doors open here. Alright. So if you're lucky, you'll get a dock door that's right in front of that lane here, and you get a easy straight back setup. I don't think I'm going to be too far away from it. This is 341 right here at this guy's end. So it should be over here by these drop trailers, or maybe just on, perhaps even just on this side of that first guy that's on the other side of the dumpster. That's 331. So yeah, I'm going to be right next to this Volvo here. So I'll do a U-turn setup. Door is vacant right now, so okay, I'm gonna wait till I see the two just past the other guy. Alright. Now I start turning left backward. I'm going to be overshooting. I was a little bit concerned about getting too close to the other guy because, the guy on my blind side, because it's hard to see where exactly I'm at here. Now we're good. As a reminder, guys, when you're docking in, or when someone is trying to back up, turn your headlights off. Don't be facing right at people when they're trying to, don't be, what's up this? Why is this guy parked so close? Let me slide my tractor over a little bit. See, I'm trying to limit how much space I take here because I knew she was walking by. I didn't want to come so far out that she had to be extra concerned about her safety. We're off to the... I want to get my cannons a little bit more over there. Now I don't have to worry about people walking in front of my truck this time, so it's definitely a little on the tighter side here because I gotta try and keep my door clear of that post there as well. I think we're good there. Yeah, it looks good there. Nice and soft hit for once. Alright, so we're just shy of 2 a.m. Alright, so we'll see how long this takes to get checked in, and I don't know, probably figure we'll be here around until 5 or 5:30, who knows. We'll see how things go. Alright guys, we are already done. It's barely 3:24. I'm not sure why this guy's making himself have such a hard time, but I'm gonna get out of here so he has more room to work with. Why he's jamming himself up on that bobtail, I don't know, but okay. So be it. They were so quick getting me out of here that I still have time left on my clock to work with to cover my deadhead miles to my next shipper. Or I'll probably just go over to the... I'm going to go wash out my trailer first over in Dallas. Just a couple miles from where we started this video from. Where that Flying J and TA were at that I talked about. Right across the street from that Flying J is a blue beacon with dedicated washout lanes. So, probably head over there, get my washout done. And don't know that I'll do the deadhead because I'm going to tell you on the way out of here where we're going next and where that load is going and stuff. But yeah, not even 3:30. I got docked in at what, like 2 o'clock or something like that. For Walmart, this is super fast. Now, this is a pull-in fax because of it being a cross-dock delivery, though, so it does help. But I've had cross-docks, even that are pull-in fax, take twice as long, so I can't complain at all. I'm extremely impressed with how well this went. Alright, we're coming up to this stop sign up here and getting the doors closed, check out and all that, and show you that other route, that other way out of here that I talked. Oh no, I probably won't, because yeah, I was going to come over here to this other exit, this other entrance, whatever, here it goes to US 80, but better not, because I want to get on I-20 and head over to the truck wash. Alright guys, let's get out of here now. Alright, so I'm going to go wash out at the Blue Beacon first, as I mentioned. I got the map set up for you guys so you can see where about I'm at in relation to it. I'm not going to I'm not going to vlog all the way there. Don't worry about it. Really just going to wrap this up here, how things went and what's going on next. So everything went well here. The guy here, the guard shack, was friendly. Black guy, I don't know what you call that condition with the eyes, walleye vision or whatever. I don't know what it's called. Where his eyes face in different directions. Really good guy there. In the guard shack, and in an office, had I don't know, maybe not old but not young, I guess I would say, blonde lady, and then an older white lady, both of them white. No problems with them either. Yeah, everybody was, and then there was a black lady here at the guard shack I just checked out with. Everybody was friendly, polite, good experience. So no complaints at all. And especially with how fast this went. I was fully expecting to just come over here out on the street and park it, and because maybe I was going to be out of hours, and figured I'd just get some rest, whatever, and then do my deadhead miles when it's time to go pick up the load or something. But as well as this went, I still got an hour and 40 left on my clock, so I mean, that's even after I already did a 600-mile shift and had a 5.5-hour break in between instead of a 30-minute break. Man, how much better could this go? I don't know. So, we'll call this one of the better Walmart experiences I think I've ever had. That's saying something there. But, alright. Where we're going to next after Blue Beacon, though, I'll be picking up at the Maricold in Dallas. I have been there several times in the past. In fact, last time I was there was not very long ago. I don't recall where the load went to. Was it to California or something? I don't remember. I'll have to maybe research that. Might have been to the Phoenix area. I don't know. It was still Walmart in DC though. Oh, it could have been a Sam's Club in Colton, something along that line. But yeah, we're going back there, and this time the load will be going to Grandview, Washington. So get some good miles on that one. Yeah. So happy camper there. All right. Otherwise, that's all we got here, right? There, if you need a place to park, you know, you got the street there right in front of Walmart, or right down here, this 1-9. If there's room to park, you can go ahead and park there. They do charge for parking here, but there's a lot here. I mean, I think they got a Denny's inside, if I recall, or you go right across the freeway. You got Buc-ee's and a bunch of other stuff over there. That's, you know, all walking distance away. Or if you go like a couple exits further to the east, you got a TA truck stop here in Terrell. Or otherwise, as far as I know, you probably want to work your way back toward Dallas. Now, normally, if I was going straight to my shipper, I would have been getting on US 80 from that other on-ramp. That was, yeah, if I'd gone straight out the driveway from Walmart instead of coming right. Looking to see if there's even any parking over there. I don't see anything available, so yeah, I don't want to pay for parking. Well, I don't know, because I thought about stopping at the TA in Dallas. It's actually fenced in and stuff, and haven't decided yet. I got one car coming from the north, but anyway. What else I got here? I think that pretty much covers it. Well, yeah. Well, I was gonna say I would have been taking US 80 to the west, right from that other exit by Walmart, close to Walmart, and that would have been taking me straight into where the shipper's at. But I'm getting my washout done. It's actually, I guess that's to get over to. Let's get over to US 80. I don't really want to go there again. I would have gotten on right there at Walmart, right by Walmart, if I wanted to get on 80. So we're going straight up here, get on 20 west. Otherwise, I'm gonna call this one a day, right? So you guys got a really good idea how things went, what's going on. Hope you guys got all your questions answered. If you have any questions about JCT, if not, drop them in the comments. I'll try to answer any more on the next video, okay? All right, we'll see you guys at Miracle in Dallas on the next video, okay? Y'all have a great day. We'll see you later.